What's up? It's Pauline. Welcome back to my channel. Hi, how you doing? Yep, I'm sitting here doing my makeup. So I am playing with my blood sugar palette and I'm just kind of starting working out my eye, what I want to do with it tonight. And we are going to get into some tea, some gossip. There's been quite a lot going on in the beauty community. There's a lot of stuff to talk about. I'm not going to get it all into this one video because there's a lot that's been going on. First of all, James Charles. Girl. James Charles came out of hiding because it was his birthday. Oh my God. Oh my God. James Charles supposed to be on a break because, you know, he had that whole sexting scandal, sexting minors. So he's supposed to be on a break away from the internet. But it doesn't look like he's taking it all that seriously at all. At all, girl. Because he popped up on IG, made a happy birthday James post. Oh, it's all about me, James Charles, you know, usual stuff. So he made this one post and it was like, girl, you posted it on your story. You posted it on your page as well. So he posted it twice, this little happy birthday James post, sitting there with his dog. I'm going to pop the post in here so you guys can see it. You know, I know channels have already covered this and I would have covered it sooner myself. But like I said in my previous video, I was sick. So I'm catching up now, covering all this stuff. Jamie Charlie coming out, doing his birthday post. But the really interesting thing about James Charles' birthday post is who liked it. Look at all the blue check marks who went and liked James Charles' birthday post. So you had Gabriel Zamora and a ton of other influencers who went and liked James Charles' birthday post, which I think is very controversial given everything that's gone on with James Charles recently. I'm like, girl, really? It doesn't really look good for them to be seen publicly liking James Charles stuff right now. To me, it looks a little bit cringe, you know. But you had Gabriel Zamora and there was a ton of others. However, what I found really, really interesting about this whole James Charles happy birthday thing, girl, I didn't RSVP to his party. No, I stayed home. But what was really, really interesting about this whole James Charles happy birthday was that Manny MUA and Laura Lee, I noticed, didn't like the post. So I'm like, okay, that's interesting. Are they just trying to like save face publicly? Honestly, I think so, because they've collabed. They've worked with James Charles plenty of times. Well, Manny has. And to just not post on Instagram, not like his post, I think that is Manny kind of like trying to say, okay, well, I'm keeping it on the low with James Charles to try and save my own arse. Really, girl? You know, it's like, we've all seen you collab with James. We all know that you've supported James since the news about him came out and these underage boys. So we all know that Manny has been friends with James and is friends with James. But there's even more interesting tea to that situation because Gabriel Zamora did his podcast, Blunt Talk, with Here for the Tea. Now, Here for the Tea, if you don't know, if you're not aware, was of course a drama channel back in the day. Now runs a blog for makeup, new makeup releases and that kind of stuff. And also runs an Instagram page just for drama. So, Here for the Tea and Gabriel Zamora were chatting on this podcast. You know, girl, I was in bed the last day. It gave me time to sit and listen to their hour-long or whatever it was podcast. So, I was catching up on all the tea and all the gossip from that. But they were talking about the James Charles situation. Now, Gabriel seemed to be really trying to defend James Charles. However, at one point, he did say that he'd spoken to James Charles behind the scenes. And one of the things that he'd said to James was, you know, tell me what's really happened with you and these young guys. Did you really go chasing after young guys? All of this stuff. And Gabriel is kind of just, I would say, trying to protect James Charles a little bit. He said that the first time round, Dramageddon 2, he saw James Charles get suicidal and all this. And now he's seen what's happened this time. So he's checked on James. He's made sure that James is okay, which, yeah, that's great. That's lovely. You know, you're his friend. That's cool. But ultimately, what Gabriel said, and also what I think is true, what I believe is the fault does lie with James Charles. James Charles is the one who should have been responsible for checking these guys' IDs that he spoke to and all that. But he didn't. You know, at the end of the day, James messed up there. He fucked up. And another thing that they talked about on this podcast, Gabriel Zamora and Here for the Tea Sam, was Jeffree Star. Now, Sam is still trying to run with the narrative that Jeffree Star's this massive villain, this massive liar and everything else. Well, girl, Jeffree was right about James Charles, so I don't know that I'm going to listen to Sam and believe any of that she says about Jeffree Star, because he was right about James Charles being inappropriate with young guys. So sorry, but Jeffree was right, you know. And Sam, Here for the Tea, she's never going to say that Jeffree Star was right. She's got a bit of a personal vendetta against Jeffree Star. So you're never going to hear her say, you know, oh yeah, Jeffree was right about the whole James Charles situation. She was on Gabriel's Blunt Talk podcast calling Jeffree a liar. Even now, that podcast just came out, like, I think 2 days ago or yesterday even. And I'm like, girl, can't you just accept it? Can't you just accept Jeffree Star was right about the James Charles situation? Apparently not. We're going to move on because Patrick Star did like an hour-long video with Makeup by Ariel. Now, Makeup by Ariel has, of course, just come out with a Morphe collaboration that was a brush set. That looks kind of cute. You know, I like the campaign for it. That actually looked really nice with the sort of cream beigey type outfit. That was really slick, really modern. I liked that campaign. But Patrick did this video, and it was basically to promote his upcoming brow product with One Size Beauty. Now, last night while I was asleep, I think Patrick Star has been on his IG stories talking about how he's trying to recreate these brows that Makeup by Ariel did on him. I'm like, girl, this whole thing screams promo for your upcoming brow product. Now, Patrick, ever since he's had his One Size brand, he's been acting the fuck up. He's been acting up, going out with Nikita Dragon, going to COVID parties, all this stuff that people were really, really calling him out for. You know, you go under the comments in one of his YouTube videos, you can see people calling him out for that stuff. When he went to Nikita Dragon's birthday party, people were calling him out for that. So Patrick, I think, has gone down in a lot of people's estimations. A lot of people don't like him being irresponsible with the pandemic.
Bitch, this liner is everything.
And then here you can see Patrick recreating the Ariel brows. It's so blatant that he was just trying to advertise his brow products. Not to be shady, but I'm going to be a little bit shady and say I really don't know who is buying the damn One Size products. Patrick did not shut up about that damn powder foundation, that, what was it called, Turn Up the Base. He was all over Instagram about that, did not shut up. I mean, yeah, you know, I guess you've got to promo yourself, you know, and all of that. But Patrick, literally, it was constant. Boom, 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 boom. Oh, look, I've come out with a powder foundation. It's like, wow, earth-shattering, Patrick. You've come out with a little powder foundation. Whew! Let me just stop the earth, hold the press. Wow, most important thing in the world. Patrick's done a powder foundation. I was like, oh, really? Like, it's not even a new concept, girl. Powder foundation has been around for years and years and years. It's nothing, like, to scream about, in my opinion. But there you go. You know, I'm not the biggest Patrick Star fan, if I'm honest, because, as I said, with all the stuff that he was doing during COVID, it did kind of put me off, because I thought, wow, she's being really irresponsible and just not giving a shit about anybody around him who's, you know, might be vulnerable or more susceptible to the virus or anything like that. He was just going out with Nikita, doing his do, not caring. And then there was that incident where he flipped the camera off when he was with Nikita, all that stuff that just really put me off with Patrick. I'm like, nah, girl, you're not getting any of my coin. Okay, I'm going to move on to something much funnier now. This is something I saw on IG that just really made me laugh. This is Alexis Stone giving themselves an enema. Yep, an enema. I love this type of shit. I am living. Alexis Stone giving themselves an enema. I'm posting it to the IG stories. I'm like, yes, this is funny. Classic. This just really made me laugh because Alexis had the bit that goes in the no hole for women, trying to put that up his bum. Girl. Sorry, that made me laugh today. I've got to show you.
So yesterday I gave myself a coffee enema. I stuck this up my arsehole. Apparently this is actually for a vagina. So that would explain why my fucking pussy gobbled up that. So I'm going to be using this. This isn't what's come out, by the way. This is what's going in. I'm doing this. This thing's going up my hole right now. Am I meant to use lube or spit or something? Because this is not going in my fucking bullet hole. This is slipping and sliding. I am not going to open this the full way because yesterday, literally a litre of water went in my fucking shit cave in about 2 seconds. So I'm going to do this slowly. Is it going out? Oh, it's going out. Come on. Why is it not doing anything? Bitch, it's up my arse, so I ain't fucking sucking this fucking shit out. Bitch. It's going inside me. Opted for a face down, arse up approach. Because I feel like I can, like, relax my... I don't know if I can hold this in anymore. I feel like I'm about to fucking pebble dash a shower.
I died. When I saw that on IG, I was sitting there scrolling through and I went... I was just like, no, yes. It's just funny. Like, I've never seen anyone else posting their enema to their IG stories before and I just thought that was funny. I'm like, oh dear. Messy bitches. Messy bitches. I'm like, damn. Anyway, I'm going to stop this video right here. But before I go, actually, I'm going to throw in this little clip because Alexis actually has an eyeshadow palette coming out. Alexis showed a swatch and it looks really, really gorgeous. It's like really sparkly. I'll pop it in here. And then I'm going to say take care, stay safe, stay well. Love you guys so much. Thank you for watching and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.